while since I've done something with my voice on it anyway. I don't do a huge amount now. Apologies for my mic quality. My external sound card died, which means that the built-in one that I've got struggles to pick up anything without a lot of hissing, so there's a huge amount of sound filtering going on, and that makes it sound like I'm talking, wow, yeah, talking through a tin can on a string, really. Right, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Automation game, I wasn't all that, so I thought it was interesting looking, but didn't really, yeah, what it wasn't sort of overly, it wasn't heading in the direction that was really all that appealing to me. However, as some of you may be aware, in very recently actually, they gave it an exporter for exporting cars to BeamNG. So this game was supposed to, and still will be at some point, a car company tycoon game like this has been before. Which that's alright. I don't mind that. It's virtually non-existent at the moment. They're in the middle of getting what little campaign they have translated from their old engine to the Unreal 4 engine. And yeah, so that's on their to-do list. But they've, from what I can see, they've got a long way to go. And the car designing aspect of it is not bad. Still quite limited in some ways. I'll show you what I've got so far anyway. Or maybe I should start a new car. Should I start a new car? I'll start a new car. It's right. So I go to cars. Now I'll quickly show you what I've got there anyway. Little thing down the bottom there. So that was my very first. Which is this B10 van, which is a bit of a nutty thing. Why is it not changing? Oh, there we go. For some reason that won't do anything. Then my second attempt was like this British sports car thing, which I think is actually, especially I'm really pleased with the way it drives. It definitely drives like an old MG or something like that. This thing, which finally, after a couple of experiments, decided to put some trim on it. Which gives you an idea of what the bodies look like before they have anything on them. And that's what they've done here is quite good, and you'll get to see that in a sec. Got this mad-ass mini thing. And then this van bus thing, minibus, which I decided to make the least powerful practical motor and see how that would go. Does seem to break the sound somewhat. But let's start a new car. Don't know what I'm going to do. No idea. But here we start off with, once they load in, there we go, all the different body types. And I think I've got mine set to show family, so this shows the sort of the basic and then all the variations of it. So we can drop that down here, so we can get an idea of all the different body types, not without the variations on the body types. Although that's still, oh, I think I see that. So yeah, those two is a different enough to be considered a different body. Right. So unfortunately, you can't really change the shape of the body all that much. Pretty much what you see is what you get. You can tweak things a little, but it's almost, you almost wonder why they even buy. So I suppose they put it in there as this early access. So, but yeah, so you get all the way back to 1940. It'd be nice to see some stuff that was maybe a little older. You could do some of the old sort of hot rod stuff, like the 1920s stuff. That's just slightly bizarre. What's going on with that? Yeah. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Actually, one thing I haven't done is like a proper four-wheel drive, which I wouldn't mind doing. Might be asking a bit much myself. Right, it's a definite sort of four-wheel drive body, isn't it? I do like taking things that aren't necessarily obviously four-wheel drive. Like obviously, but no, obviously four-wheel drive, not necessarily what they were. You know, like again, the game's not that flexible that you can take this and turn it into a mover's van. But you can try and take, you know, the old muscle car and try and turn it into a hypercar. Oh, that's definitely a full drive, isn't it? What's a little bit? Oh no, a minivan there. I'm saying that could be a four-wheel drive. See, that's a van, but I reckon we could turn that into like a four-wheel drive. Let's go with that. I like that. Right. So, let's go for. Doesn't really matter too much. The weight's the same, so I might as well just go for plain old steel. Go for a ladder chassis, it being a four-wheel drive. Off-road vehicle. Good idea to go for some structural rigidity with the good old ladder chassis there. Safety is not a big concern for an off-road vehicle. Not for a real man's off-road vehicle, anyway. Let's go the galvanized steel, shall we? Engine placement. Yeah, we're going to go longitudinal front. And suspension. Let's go old school. Really, really old school. Alright. Oh, should we? Tempted to go with solid axle with coils. Nah, bugger it. Let's get a bit more movement on that. Oh, I don't want to go old tech though. We have got our year, even though we chose 1940 body. I'm pretty sure we're still dealing with technology from around about 2012. Yeah, it doesn't. 2012 there, and it's got 2016 for the engine and 1940 for the body, or something like that. The interface could definitely do with being clearer, and they are slowly working on that. Yeah, I'm going to go leaf all around. Leave the quality sliders alone. Right. Now, unfortunately, they don't have diesel or electric or what other engine types could you have? I suppose you could have they have petrol. That's it basically. So yeah, no diesel, no gas-driven engines, no jets, no turbines. Right. If I can hold inline 6. Yeah. Let's do inline 6. Nice to be able to have an inline 8. But yeah. They recently added the 5. 5's quite nice. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll go for a 5. Yeah, let's go for a 5. It's a bit different. Let's pretend it's a Volvo or an Audi. Right, so we'll go with the cast iron. Cast iron push rod 5. So yeah, because we are going old tech, but I'm going to go a little bit unusual. So we're going with a 5. So I wonder if there are any push rod 5 cylinders. I'm sure there's somebody who must have made one at one point. Should really get the size down, and this indicates how much room you've got left in your engine bay. 3.5 litre. Do you want like a reasonably long stroke engine so you get bucket loads of torque? How much can we push that? Can we just push it all the way? Okay. How big can we make it? Oh, too big. So we have a almost a 5 litre 6-cylinder. That does seem excessive. Yeah. Head material cast iron. No variable valve timing. Crank. What we got here? Yeah, we want a decent. That's probably being ridiculous, but I want a fair bit of horsepower in this. So. Got max torque. So the heavy duty cast is pretty good for torque. I don't know if we'll need. We probably will need this because we're going to get something pretty torquey going on, and I probably will turbocharge it. Pistons. Forged pistons are nice, aren't they? I'm going to go with the forged. That would be nice if we could do diesel, but yeah, maybe in the future. We'll leave those alone until we know a bit more about what's going on. Should we? Let's see what we can get naturally aspirated first of all. Go for the Carby 4-barrel twin. Ooh. We'll go performance and yeah, we want it to be able to run on. Being a that's interesting. Being a out in the outback sort of thing, you want to be able to use pretty much whatever fuel you come across within reason. I'll drop down to that. So the exhaust. Let's go long tubular. Don't want a cat. We will put. Oh, there we go. And we've got a massive amount of knocking, so we've got some tweaking to do. It's just sometimes. Okay. Sometimes I was pretty sure it wouldn't be it, but the exhaust, if you restrict it too much, you'll get knocking. Not too sure that's a real life thing, but it is in this anyway. Yeah, you want you do straight throughs and none are fun, but you'll see with the Mini, if I take that out, it's really loud for recording. Really, really loud. Right. I was going back to. Let's go to top end. No. Yes. We'll do top end. Now, normally bumping up the cam will decrease the knocking. I'm going to. Sometimes things can be a bit peculiar, so it always pays to check before you make assumptions. I can't remember where that initially was. Let's see how high we have to get before it makes any difference. Yeah, it needs to get pretty high. Oh wow, really, really, really high. In fact, we run out. So, can I go back down to normal? And what we can do is bump the mixture up. You can already see in these numbers here it's starting to, and that has just started to improve, but you can tell when you're heading in the right direction. We can only richen this up so much before before it stops making a difference, and also before it goes that the engine's running too rich, which is already starting to say. So let's back the timing off. That is also another thing that will help dramatically, fairly dramatically anyway, with engine knock. And you see when you've got engine knock, it starts to really hurt the, it's starting to over torque. Whereas at high RPM, Yeah, it only really wants 500-600, doesn't it? The size, the physical dimensions of your engine make a big difference to how much, how high your RPMs can be, because it's physically got to move more mass around, and this takes that into account. Right, so 169 kilowatts. Feel like we can do better without even needing to do turbo. Let's see if we drop the compression down. Obviously we lose a lot of power. Then we can also drop the cam profile down, which will bring the power on that more towards, yeah, not ideal. How do we get more? The engine's still too rich as well. It can sometimes hurt power, yeah. Okay, now it's about right. Of course now, now that we've got really low compression and such, we can advance the timing. Let's just pop it to the top, see what happens. Oh wow, okay. So stupidly advanced. Oh, too much. 118 kilowatts. 20. We were 169 before, weren't we? Oh, look at that. Wow, this is going a lot higher than I thought it would do. Oh, starting to reach the limit there. 200 kilowatts, but what's this, like a 6-litre engine or something? Mind you, that's quite a lot of torque. That is quite a lot of torque. Let's twiddle that, see what. Yeah, it's killing power. Yeah, make the exhaust too big, it will also start sapping power. Right. Look at the turbo. I reckon we should. Oh, okay. We've got quite a bit of tweaking to do. Let's go to the ball bearing. Fuel economy, performance, race. Oh wow, race actually the knocking went down. And so fuel economy. Try to look at the sliders, see where. That's interesting. It's really high on that. Okay, it's not going to help. I think. Hang on. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Oh man, all the way down to that eventually stops the knocking. That's 232 with the turbocharger, 180 watts. So it's not much of a boost at the moment, is it? Can try. Where are we? 7.4 to 1. Can try lower than that. And then I go, oh, I spent too long on this. Boost up. Really? Okay, well that didn't help tons. Put it up till it stops. And then, can we? Oh. Tweak that till it stops as well. Going and going and going and going and going. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Out there. And then bumping that up until it squeals. Oh, there we go. So out there. Any more tweak on that? No. That's, of course, sometimes you can change. Obviously there's probably one really good way to do it, but there's all sorts of suboptimal ways of getting interesting results too. So yeah, it's a bit of a wee test. Oh, yeah, sometimes it's just. So there's restrictions in the turbine there, but sometimes you actually end up with either better horsepower, or sometimes you just can't make the turbine any bigger. That is really smooth. Definitely a 5-cylinder, isn't it? Yeah, I think I said it was a 6-cylinder earlier by mistake. Yeah, 5-litre 6-cylinder. It's not a huge amount of horsepower out of it though. Oh dear. Quite a bit of torque though. Decent amount of torque. Right. And you can even, there we go, you can see the motor running. I forgot to do anything with the intercooler. Should probably be set reasonably well though, because I used one of the presets. Glow and exhaust. Where are we for Luke? Nope. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's go to the next section. What's the difference between these two? Can't tell. I don't think there's any difference in the. Oh, hang on, one's got window, one doesn't. Oh, it definitely looks more like a 4-wheel drive with a window in the back. Oh, it's very much a van back, isn't it? It's alright. That's alright. You're fine. Okay. Paint. Let's do something other than red. Everything's red. Right, that's cool. New paint. Pretty pink. New paint. What's it called new paint, and yet you click on it and it doesn't bring up the paint dialog? I mean, I like the green, but oh, hang on. Why does that keep changing? In a weird way. No, stop changing. Okay. Can be a bit of a mystery. So you can do things like that if you really don't want a big nose on a 4-wheel drive. Oh, that's not moving at all, which is weird. Okay, yeah, you can pull those out, which I don't think we will do. You can keep reasonably narrow tyres on this 4-wheel drive. But it's an example of what you can do. Okay, that one's moving. Yeah, we'll get that out there. And that one doesn't move either. Oh, it does, just. There we go. Well, I suppose I should move the front forward so that we can. Wow, does not want to know. What is going on down here? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's doing some weird stuff. But see, that's working fine. And now that's working. I don't want to go that much. So that, and then yeah, about there. Not that it makes a huge difference. That one does nothing. That does nothing. Right. Alright, before we do any fixtures, let's have a look at the drivetrain. Yep. Oh, I think just a manual. Yeah, 4 on the floor. Differential in manual locker. And not be spacing somewhere in the middle, is there? Why is it not giving us? We probably haven't finished something yet. Possibly no, we have done. Ah, we haven't chosen. Well, we have not chosen the tires. Not chunky off-road. That is not chunky. Oh, chunky, but yeah, definitely I wouldn't call that chunky. My goodness. That's the width I'm changing. Not too wide. Not too thin either, though. That's like really, really old school four-wheel drive. 175. Yeah, diameter's pretty good. Diameter's pretty good. So then, oh, look at that. Some of these, sometimes you can't do much from offset, but yes you can. Oh, look at that. But no, let's keep them reasonably close in. Not making a extreme off-road, just making a fairly normal, reasonably normal four-wheel drive. Yep, steel rims is good. Let's go next. Right. Let's go drums all around with a single piston drum, whatever they call them now. Slave song. Options, no options. Yeah. What's next? Do the off-road skid tray. We don't need cooling for our brakes. Okay. Yeah, could have a single seater. Let's go two seats. Oh, actually, let's go bench seat, shall we? There we go. It's as good a bench seat as you can get. This makes actually no difference whatsoever. There is no interior, unfortunately. Not in BeamNG, and the interior in here is imaginary. Driver's aids and safety. Power steering. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Okay, hydraulic. Traction aids. No. Safety. None. And suspension, right. Suspension settings. Yeah, when you get them into BeamNG, if we were to go off-road, I'm pretty sure we would have a bad time in BeamNG. So I might. Interesting, why is that not changing at all? That's supposed to change, guys. Huh. Why is this game being so weird at the moment? That is weird. Maybe because I haven't selected any of this? We'll see. Anyway, that's spring standard. That's really weird. We've already chosen the springs, so what is this? Seems to be redundant if you've got springs. Don't honestly. Well, yeah, I'm not a big. I don't have a lot of knowledge about shock absorbers. It pretty much goes from worst to best, but it's not always that simple with Kartik. Like sometimes a solid axle is more useful for off-road than independent suspension, even though independent suspension is technologically more advanced. So So yeah, well, let's do off-road there. It's done. Okay, this might start making a difference now. Yeah, now it's taking notice. So yeah, we don't want comfort. This is how much the car rebounds basically. There's sport, there's race. Off-road should be fairly ridiculous, almost like comfort maybe. In fact, virtually identical to comfort. The only thing that's really different is, yeah, this is the off-road is even less. I'm pretty sure off-road will just bounce around like just incredibly unrealistic. So we will go for, I think, sport. This is probably going to be a bit soft. You're really tempted to go for race suspension. All those warnings. Just realised we've got quite a lot of power for those wheels. Right. Let's have a look at the ride height. That ride height's pretty decent. 350.2. Could do that. That's a bit ridiculous. And what's all the way down? Oh, 350.2 is the lowest it'll go. Interesting. I'll go 360. Around the test track now. We actually got this track in BeamNG now. We'll see how quickly we can get around compared to this. Do the test. Yeah, so it seems to drive reasonably. Like gears don't seem to be ridiculously spaced, which is good. Lots of skidding. What's our speed at the moment? About what, 80-ish. There's a digital readout of the speeds. Oh, there it is. Right below the analog one. Alright, well, let's we can skip ahead on this. Get the actual time. Where do we do that? If I click this again, I think, and then we should get it. The time should be complete. There we go. Yeah, 3 minutes and 15. I don't know this track well enough to know. That's obviously not a good time, but I don't know what a particularly fast time is around this track. Right, let's do some fixtures. Right. Shall we go for really old school looking stuff? Go those ones or go these ones? I'll go these ones. I'm a bit lazy. Right, expand them up to a point. Down here. Yeah, let's bring them in, make them, well, not as big as we can, but reasonable size. It does seem the wrong body for this, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Don't like it at all. Let's go with these. And you can, well, if it's a trim on them, you can choose what colour they're going to be as well. No. Keep it down there. Right, which means we're going to need, let's do tail lights. These tail lights are broken for some reason. They go like white. Where are we going to go? Oh yeah, we've got more. Not too sure I've ever noticed those before. Yes. Which might be Cortina lights. Actually, oh, come on. Very, very laggy today. No. Oh, I suppose actually if I were to shrink them down. No. I can hear somebody's car outside ripping its tits off. Not like a racy sporty car, just like somebody's light ace van or something. Screaming up the hill in second gear. Right, so that and was a way to control, no, I think it might be alter something. No, that control C, will it? No, it won't. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there is a keyboard shortcut. Let's do Control C and then Control V. No, but they don't use any standard shortcuts. Deselect. Oh, they got some undo there. I wonder if that is Control Z is, but that doesn't work. Wow. Undo, yeah, undo, Control Z. Oh no, it does work. Okay, well they have got at least one. Toggle highlighting. Where is? Yeah, no obvious easy copy paste. Oh, actually, maybe if I no. Control V, Control C, V, no, yeah. Which one was this? I can't remember what it was now. Fuck off. Right, we're going to go the middle one. And we'll stick it there for now. And go, yeah, okay. And then stick this there for now. Go, yeah, okay. And then we'll shrink it down a vague amount. That car outside is still going for it. And then shrink that down as well. Okay, right. What have we got next? Indicators. Got a couple of indicators on, shall we? Can we see that from that? No, we can't really, can we? Right there though. And put indicators. Oi. It's just, yes. Indicators. There as well, okay. Right. Grill. Let's put grill on. Choices don't you know? That's, yeah, something like this. Dink. Now, can we make that chrome, please? And we'll expand it a wee bit. And what's this? Can we do that chrome? Ooh, that's probably not a good idea. Oh, wow. Oh, I see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, doesn't look all that great though. probably look a lot better in real life. Yes. Yeah, I guess that looks alright. And I think I'll do the same again. It's like 180. Oh, no, not, wow. 180. There we go. And, okay. Make that chrome, please. And that, whatever that was. Hey. See, that's looking pretty decent. Right. What else? Yeah, got some scripts. Let's get fuel cap. Need a fuel cap. It's got to be chrome. There we go. Door handles. Yeah, let's just go with this old classic. There. Let's make that bottom part chrome too. There we go. Super shiny in this light, but hopefully it translates okay into BeamNG. Mirrors, yeah, it's. Oh yeah, let's go with this mirror. Nice truckish sort of mirror. It's been considerably larger. Make it even larger still. Hey, that's more like it. Does that look alright? That looks pretty good. Alright, and then aerial. Could go. Nuts have tons of aerials on it. I'll just go with the. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, actually looks kind of funky in the corner there. On the driver's side, or let's go with the centre amount of aerial there. Okay, and let's make it. Oh, the bigger you make it, the more it leans over. That's kind of bizarre. Okay. That's supposed to be an aerial as well. What? That's. I don't know. That is weird. Number plate. 4x4. Be very literal today. Actually, let's go with the black and white, black background. Oh no! Let me put on that. Why is it? Okay, what are you doing? I am not so desperate for a plate that I'm going to put up with that. No number plates for us. Number bar, yeah, that's kind of what you've got. Why have they got it in the engine thing for badge? I don't know. Yeah, let's not bother with the badge. Right. So got that steam thingy popping up for 10 minutes while I wait for it to go away. And then summary. So hard suspension, yeah, it's probably not going to be too hard once we get into the actual game. Tends towards understeer, yeah, not surprised. Really want to see what this is like off-road though. So now we can go export. Yeah. Right, let's really imaginative. Really imaginative. Let's export. I've already got BeamNG running in the background. It probably won't pick up. Will it pick up the new vehicle? Here's the million-dollar question. Let's swap this over. And it helps if I click on the right window. Okay, so reopen this. Oh, it did pick it up. That's fantastic. Okay, let's load. I'm mucking about with the hot lap application on this. Oh. Oh, that's as much of an interior as you get, I'm afraid. Alright, let's switch the engine off. Fantastic. Alright, can we... unfortunately, I should have reset where the other car was before loading this bit. That's... wow, this is... yeah, it takes off pretty well. But the... oh, why is my headphone is wrapped around my steering wheel for some reason. There we go. I see why. Gravity. The curse of gravity. Right. So, of course, this is running in two-wheel drive at the moment, isn't it? Get those wheels to spin. Yeah. Very much just. The suspension seems about right. Oh no, it is running in four-wheel drive. Now it should be. Yeah, now it's running in two. Now the diffs are locked. Bucket loads of power, doesn't it? Right. Got the dyno thing running there at the moment. So the black line is your torque. Of course, you only really see that once the engine's under load. Let's get back onto something a bit firm. Down to the low gear. Go. Oh man, that torque is... yeah, that's quite good. Yeah, suspension may be a little firm for when you get a bit more body roll. Very yeah, with it being understeered like that, it makes it very easy to control. All these brakes are weak. Oh, beautiful. Alright, let's find an off-road track. Why am I clicking on vehicles? Free roam. Right. Something we can do a bit of off-road with. It's not going to be... hopefully this one will be good. Maybe, in fact, if we would go... actually no, there's no good time. There's some, what do you call them? There are some scenarios on the Utah map which are good off-road ones, but I don't know how you'd use your own car on it. I think there might be a way. But I'll have to go free roam. new. Let's go to the building site. Maybe there's some off-roadish stuff there. Spawn, have to reload it, of course. Waiting. Ah, hurry up. You have not got all day. Pouring water, yes. Sometime soon. Any moment now. There we go. Right. Now we need to load the car in. Somewhere. Where is it? There it is, went right past it. It's funny, it was wobbling quite a bit there, wasn't it? These brakes. These brakes are amazingly bad. There's a low gear ratio, which is good. Now this headphone cord I really need to fix. My setup has fallen apart in recent months. Headphones are always in the way. Whereas they used to be well and truly out of the way. Oh! Back up here. And actually, we haven't locked our diffs. Oh wow, that made a ridiculous difference. I'm not too sure our brakes are strong enough to hold us on a hill. It's right, I'm going to do something about these headphones, they're ridiculous. Hang on. Around there. I kind of got them out of the way. Now they're right in my centre of vision, but they're not all over the steering wheel anymore. Okay, I can put up with that. Right. Let's have a wee drive. Wow, it's camera angles. Where's this going? So far, the firm suspension has not been an issue. This ground seems to be incredibly soft. It's just absorbing our tyres into it. Oh, there we go. I got a bit of tyres might have come off the ground a wee bit then. Yeah, there we go. So if we had a bit more suspension travel, that wouldn't happen. What's this going down a cliff? Ooh. Oh, these brakes really struggling. But yeah, they do. They are holding reluctantly. Oh. But I don't think they'll hold on this next bit. Yeah, those brakes are not strong enough. Interesting, okay. Yeah, I need to push those brakes up. Right. And one last test. Let's see. time trial on automation test track. Not the handling course, do the race circuit. See how that goes. Choose the vehicle ahead of time, which is nice. Play. I have no idea how long I've been recording for, but I have a feeling it's going to be like an hour-long video. It's probably already been an hour. Probably going for a 2-hour video. Oh god, I hope not. Did the game just crash? No, it didn't. I wonder if I could stick this. Oh, I just minimized again. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I was thinking, I wonder if I just put that in. For some reason, it always chooses a white paint scheme, no matter what car you choose for this. Oh, maybe not matter. Maybe not no matter what car. Certainly, all the automation cars in the time trialing, but there's white cars. Right, let's go. And, I prefer racing in this view, or inside view, but you can obviously can't get inside view of this. Let's go. Oh, those brakes. Oh, that understeer. Oh, it's real. Oh. Oh shit, we've only got 4 gears, don't we? And we need to brake. Need to brake early. Engine braking in this is actually more effective than the actual brakes. I can't remember how fast automation said this car was capable of top speed, but it must be pretty low with only 4 gears. Yeah, I'm going to top out like, yeah, 140. Oh, game just froze. Yeah, it's back. Okay, I'm not too sure. This is a sweeping corner, but the understeer in this is so bad I don't know if I'll actually be able to take it. I should be able to. There we go. Easy. I'm going to need to back off soon here. A bit of braking. A bit more braking. I think I need to drop down a gear just yet, especially with the torque this thing's got. Yeah. Oh shit. Would be tempted to give this thing. That's interesting. This map doesn't normally have that many barriers there. Seeing as this is set up as for or designed as an off-roader, I think 140k top speed is acceptable. I could make it a 5-speed and give it more gears, but that'd be too logical. A bit more legs, I should say. Not even too sure what I'm saying anymore. Kind of focused on the driving. Oh, slow down. And turn in. I'm trying to... Okay. Oh, braking. Do another lap. We do another lap. I think that was faster than the time on automation? I'm not sure. Have to look back at that time. I should write it down or something. Actually, I still got the game open in the background, don't I? Oh shit. Oh. His wheels locking up under compression. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's got plenty of power. I mean, for a 6 litre you'd expect plenty of power, but that's certainly not a ridiculous amount of power for the size of the engine. So the engines are the automation engines in when they're transferred to BeamNG, yeah, are pretty much indestructible. There's no cooling to worry about. There's a normal BeamNG car. Definitely does have to worry about cooling. This braking as late as possible. Oh shit. Too late. Didn't hit, which was nice. Well, that completely screwed our time. Got skipped third then. I almost don't need it. I mean, it does have so much torque. Okay. And yeah, engine braking's really helpful with these. Oh man, if the brakes were enough to hold it on a hill, I'd be kind of happy with these pathetic brakes. They are entertaining, but if they can't even hold the car on a goddamn hill. Oh. Turn! Oh, just about beat the old time. It's not sub 3. I could have, if I hadn't. Ah. It is enough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if I hadn't had that off before, I would have definitely. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That was easily 3 seconds wasted. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Leave a like if you did. I'll probably do some more of these. Probably not as long as this video. Oh, look, there goes my mirror. Bits fallen off the car. Oh, nice. Very nice. So, yeah, that's an example of what you can do with automation and BeamNG at the moment. That's very entertaining. Alright. Well, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.